Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, along with my co-host, Mr. Brody. Today we're going to be playing another game from the 1905 season replay featuring the New York Giants. It's going to be game number 17, where the New York Giants are currently on a 7-game winning streak, going for number 8 today, and also going to for a sweep of the Boston Beaneaters. And they have a good chance as they have their ace Christy Mathewson on the mound. In the first game they won 4-2. The second game they blew them out with Red Ames getting the complete game victory, 11-1. So today we'll go for the sweep with Christy Mathewson. So let's get the game underway.
Welcome to South End grounds for today's game between New York and Boston. New York has won 7 straight, and 8 of their last 10. Christy Mathewson takes the mound for New York. He's made 3 starts on the year and is 1-2 with an earned run average of 2.08. His second start against Boston. He's 1-0 with a 2.00 earned run average against Boston. He'll be opposed by Vic Willis for Boston. He's made 4 starts on the year and is 0-3 with an earned run average of 5.18. His second start against New York. He's 0-1 with a 6.75 earned run average against New York. New York center fielder Mike Donlin is riding an 11-game hitting streak. It's 72 degrees, wind speed 19 miles per hour, in from center field. Pitching for Boston, Vic Willis. Leading off for New York, center fielder, Mike Donlin.
Alrighty. So Christy Mathewson goes on the mound for the New York Giants against Vic Willis for the. Hold on here. Let's see why I don't get my second screen here. Don't know why this is showing up on here, but there it is. Okay. Sorry about that. So alright, so Mike Donlin is riding a 11-game hitting streak. And he'll bat first for the New York Giants. Batting second will be the right fielder, George Brown. Batting third will be the catcher, Roger Bresnahan. And Dan McGann will be the cleanup hitter, batting fourth. Of course, that's what cleanup is. And Dan McGann was injured in the last game, but it looks like after being hit by a pitch, but it looks like his injury is not bothering him enough to stay out of the game. And let's see. Batting fifth was Sam Mertes, the left fielder. Batting sixth was Art Devlin, the third baseman. I think he was injured also. I want to say it was either Devlin or Dowlin. I think it was Devlin, though. But he looks like he's back in the game, so it looks like his injury was not serious. Batting seventh will be the shortstop, Bill Dowlin. And Billy Gilbert, the second baseman, after a day off yesterday, will get to start at second base. And batting ninth will be the Hall of Fame pitcher, Christy Mathewson. Seems like it's been a while since we've had him pitch. But always a treat when he pitches. So anyway, Mike Donlin, riding an 11-game hitting streak, will bat. He got his 11th hit fairly early on in the game yesterday, as the Giants were all over the Beaneaters, 11-1. So Mike Donlin's currently hitting .315 with 7 runs batted in, 14 runs scored, 3 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 stolen bases. So Willis takes the mound. He's got an ERA of 5.18, a record of 0-3, so struggling so far in this replay. He was 12-29 in the actual season with an ERA of 3.21. Alright, so Donlin steps into the box. Here's the windup by Willis and the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Ooh, it looks like this one's going to carry, and it's going to go out. So he extends his hitting streak with a deep home run to right field. Wow, you don't see those too often, especially in the dead ball era, but that ball was definitely not dead. That one is very much alive. So Donlin hits his first home run of the season and extends his hitting streak to 12 games. And right behind him, George Browne, the right fielder, is riding a 7-game hitting streak. So the top of the order is definitely hitting well for the Giants. Thus their 7-game hitting streak here. So as long as their hitting streaks have been going, they've been winning. So all right, so Browne comes at the plate with an average of .267, a homer and 12 runs batted in. No doubles, 2 triples, and 10 runs scored. Also has a stolen base. So here's the windup by Willis and the pitch. And it's going to fly ball to center. Lauterbarn goes back on it and makes the catch. So Lauterbarn looks like he's going to be playing center today. He's a new addition to the... He played in yesterday's game anyway. Everybody else looks pretty much the same. Okay. So alright, so 1 down, and we have our early score here. The St. Louis Browns lead the Detroit Tigers by a score of 1-0. St. Louis won just their 3rd game of the season yesterday. So alright, so Bresnahan steps to the plate now. He's also a Hall of Famer. He's hitting .364 with 6 runs batted in, 15 runs scored, 4 doubles, and 2 triples. And it's going to be a hot shot to left field, and what happened there? Oh, it looks like it's going to drop in front of Delahanty. Bresnahan will hold with a single. So one out, and Bresnahan's on first, with McGann coming to the plate. He got injured early on yesterday, so he didn't get many at-bats. I think he might have only had like 1 at-bat at the time. He's hitting .316 so far in the replay with 16 RBIs. So he's definitely been really productive. 7 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, 2 doubles, and 2 triples. So McGann steps to the box. Willis looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. And ball 1. High and tight. And change up. 1-1. And count goes to 1-2 out as it hits the outside corner. And it's going to be a dribble to short, over to second for 1, back to first, and Boston turns 2.
No errors. After 1/2 inning, New York won. Boston coming to bat. Pitching for New York, Christy Mathewson. Leading off for Boston, shortstop, Ed Abadagito.
Okay. That's definitely not the way I pronounce it, but I'm not sure which way is correct. Anyway, Christy Mathewson takes the mound, as the computer guy just said. He's got a record of 1-2 in the area of 2.08, so he hasn't gotten much run support. 26 innings pitched, 25 hits allowed, a homer, just 1 walk, and 13 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .258 against him. He did win 31 games in the actual season with a 1.28 ERA. So the lineup for the Boston Beaneaters is as follows. Ed Abadagito, I believe that's how it's pronounced, will bat first and play shortstop. Fred Tenney, the player manager and first baseman, will bat second. Ed Delahanty, the left fielder, will bat third. Jim Delahanty, the left fielder, will bat third. Batting cleanup will be Rip Cannell, the right fielder. Behind the plate, Pat Moran will bat fifth. And 6 will be Harry Wolverton, the third baseman. Batting 7th, the second baseman, Fred Raymer. And today getting a start at center field will be Bill Lauderborn. And batting 9th and on the mound, Vic Willis. So that's your lineup for the hometown Beaneaters. Alright, Mathewson looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a hot shot to center. And Donlin goes back on it and makes the catch on the warning track. So Abadicio definitely gave that a long ride there, but Donlin's able to haul it in for the first out of the inning. Alright, Tenney up now. He's hitting .314 with 5 runs batted in, 5 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, and 1 double. And he'll draw a 1-out walk.
Left fielder, Jim.
So, 4 straight balls by Mathewson. Tenney is on. He'll give a look over to first. Throws over. Tenney's back safely. Brings up Jim Delahanty. He's struggling so far, hitting .214 with a homer and 5 runs batted in, 8 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, and a double. And it's going to be a ball 1. And he's off with the pitch. And looks like it's going to be an error on Bresnahan as the throw is wild. It gets through to center field. Tenney will get the stolen base and go to third on the error by Bresnahan. So Bresnahan has done that more often than I'd like to see. Seems like every other game he's doing something like that, but he is a 7 though, so his arm is only a 5, so that might be why. So alright, so Tenney's on third with 1 out. Delahanty still up to the plate, count 1-1. Mathewson looks in for the sign. He has the windup in the pitch. It's going to be 2-1 the count. And a fly ball to center. And it looks like he's going to tag up.
Right fielder.
Donlin makes the catch. And Tenney will come across on the sac fly. And the game is tied at 1. Next up, Rip Cannell, the right fielder, hitting .282 with 7 runs batted in, 5 runs scored, and has 4 doubles. And it's going to be a hot shot back to Mathewson. He flips,
1 run.
throws over to first, and that'll do it.
1 error. After 1 complete, New York 1, Boston 1. Left fielder, Sam Mertes.
So we're even at 1. Sam Mertes, the left fielder, will come up for the Giants, hitting .224 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. Has scored 10 runs, 3 stolen bases, 3 doubles, and 2 triples. And he hits on out to right field.
Third baseman.
Cannell drifts under, almost at the warning track, and makes the catch for the first out of the second. Next up will be the third baseman, Art Devlin, hitting .210 with 9 runs batted in, 6 runs scored, a couple stolen bases, and 2 doubles. And he hits it to center,
Shortstop.
and Waterborn makes the catch. Alright, Bill Donlin, the shortstop, up now, hitting .242 with 14 runs batted in. Second on the team behind McGann in RBIs. 1 double, 2 triples, 11 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases. And this one straightaway center. Well, not straightaway.
No hits, no errors. After 1.5, New York 1, Boston 1.
Alright.
Pat Moran.
So we head to the bottom of the second, still tied at 1. Pat Moran, the catcher, will lead off for the Beaneaters. Off to a great start, hitting .344 with 3 runs batted in, 3 runs scored, and a couple of doubles. He's got an on-base percentage of .417. Oh. Hits it over to Gilbert, throws it over to McGann. And Moran is retired. So 1 down now for third baseman Wolverton. Hitting .283 with 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. 7 runs scored, a couple stolen bases, 4 doubles, and a triple. And this is one to right.
Second baseman.
And Browne makes the catch.
Raymer.
2 down now. It'll bring up Fred Raymer, the second baseman. Hitting .323 with 3 runs batted in, 3 stolen bases, and has 5 doubles. Hits it back to Mathewson, flips over to McGann,
No runs.
and that'll do it.
Hits. No errors. After 2 complete. New York 1. Boston 1. Second baseman, Billy Gilbert.
The Giants are 11-5 coming into this game, looking for their 8th straight win. And the Beaneaters are at 6-11. Boston looking to sweep the Beaneaters today. So Billy Gilbert, who did not start yesterday, come to the plate, hitting .250 with 3 runs batted in, 6 runs scored, and a double. And he hits the center.
Pitcher.
Waterbarn drifts to his right and makes the catch. So bring up the pitcher, Mathewson. He's hitless in 8 at-bats, has scored a run. And it's going to be a hot shot to third. Wolverton will make the throw over to Tenney for out number 2. Mike Donlin up now. Led off the game with a deep home run to right field. His first of the season. And he'll draw a walk. Looks like Willis didn't want anything to do with him after that long blast last inning. Well, in the first inning. That'll bring up George Browne, still looking to extend his 7-game hitting streak. We're going to try a little hit run, maybe? Yeah, let's try a little hit run. He's off with the pitch. Oh!
No runs. No hits. No errors. After 2.5. New York 1. Boston 1. Center fielder, Bill Lauderborn.
Naviticio mate robbed Raymer. Is it Raymer? Yeah, Raymer of not Raymer. Browne of extra bases there. Well, maybe not extra bases, but definitely at least a single. Alright, so Lauderborn will come up. Bill Lauderborn, the center fielder. He's just had 12 at-bats. He's hitting 2 hits and 12 at-bats. So Mathewson looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he's going to pop it up behind the plate.
Pitcher.
And Bresnahan will make the catch, the first out. St. Louis is now up on Detroit 2-0 in the third. We'll check the scores after this half of the inning. That might be the only game going on at the moment. Let's see, Willis up now. The pitcher is hitless in 12 at-bats with a run scored. And he's going to hit a dribble to short. Donlin's up with it. And he throws over McGann for the second out. Alright, top of the order comes up. Naviticio, he's 0 for 1. And he's going to hit that one to Donlin with a throw over to McGann, and that'll do it.
Runs. No hits. No errors. After 3 complete. New York 1. Boston 1.
So the Beaneaters go in order. Let's check the box score. That's the only game going on. I haven't started the other ones yet. So top of the fourth, St. Louis leads Detroit 2-0. St. Louis Browns over the Detroit Tigers. For the Browns, Pelty, who's 0-3, is starting. And for Detroit, Kitson, 0-2. It'll be Bresnahan, McGann, and Mertes up for the Giants here, looking to retake the lead. Bresnahan's 1 for 1, and it's going to be a dribble to the shortstop. Naviticio up with it, over to Tenney, 1 down. McGann up now, 0 for 1 in the day, and he gets plunked. Got plunked yesterday and he gets plunked again today. Looks like he got a piece of his arm. Nothing serious. I'm gonna bring up Sam Mertes. He's 0 for 1. All upstairs. And it's a ball 2. And it's gonna be it's gonna get through past the second baseman Raymer. McGann will move up to second as Cannell quickly gets it back in. So runners on first and second with 1 out for Art Devlin. He's 0 for 1 in the day. High and outside, ball 1. Ball 2. And looks like it's going to be a hit. And it's going to be a triple for Devlin as both runners come in. As a standing triple. Or a stand-up triple. So the Giants retake the lead and it's 3-1 on the triple. 2 RBI triple by Art Devlin. So Bill Donlin up now. He's 0 for 1 in the day. Looking to get Devlin home. And he's going to get under one here. It's the shallow center. And because it's not that shallow. Well, we're going to try it here with 2 down. Send Devlin home. 82% chance. And he's safe. Scores easily. Wasn't as close as it looked. And Giants are up now 4-1. Billy Gilbert up now. He's 0 for 1 in the day. And he'll draw a walk. Not much of a stealer there. Brings up the pitcher Mathewson. 0 for 1 in the day. And strike 1 called. And he gets under one here. Hits it over to the shortstop. Drifts over towards second.
3 runs.
And he'll make the catch.
No errors. After 3.5. New York 4, Boston 1.
But the Giants put a 3 spot on the top of the 4th and lead it 4-1. So Fred Tenney, player manager at first. He walked his first time up. And it's going to be a dribbler to first. Mathewson covers. Again flips over to him. The first out of the bottom of the 4th. Next up, Jim Delahante, he's 0 for 1. And he hits it to center. Donlin drifts over to his left and makes the catch for the second out. Next up, Rip Cannell. He's 0 for 1 in the day. And he's going to have it's going to be the first hit of the day as McGann makes a poor play and breaks up the short-lived no-hitter. McGann dived, but he just looked really awkward on that play. So the first hit of the game is a 2-out single in the bottom of the 4th for Cannell. Could have gone either way, but I guess because he dived, they considered it a base hit, not an error. So Pat Moran up now. He's 0 for 1. Spitball, ball 1. And count goes to 2-0. And there's a dribble to Mathewson. He's going to go for the short at first.
1 hit, no errors. After 4, New York 4, Boston 1.
And that'll do it for the Beaneaters. So 3-run lead for the New York as they go to the top of the 5th. Donlin leads it off. Hit a solo home run in his first at bat to lead off the game, and he walked his last time up. And looks like he's going to get his second hit of the day. It's going to be a single to left. Let me do a little hit and run here. Brown's still looking to get on track and get his hitting streak, keep his hitting streak going, and see what happened there. It's like he's going to reach, but how did he reach? Was it a single? I believe it is. Yeah, continues his hot hitting against Boston. So Browne extends his hitting streak to 8 games. Donlin motors around the third, so runners at the corners. Still nobody out for Bresnahan. And it's going to be a single past the stretch of the first baseman, who's holding the runner on. Donlin will come around from third. Browne moves over to third. So 5-1 lead now for the Giants as McGann steps to the plate. Grounded to short and hit by a pitch. Ball 1 inside. And in tight, ball 2, 2-0. 3-0, get the count. And it's a strike. Oh, McGann's got a 6-game hitting streak. He's looking to extend his streak too. Count now 3-1 on McGann. Runners at the corners. And foul ball out of play, so the count goes full. And he strikes out. So he will not extend his streak now, and it's 1 for the first out of the inning. Sam Merte is up now. And strike 1. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And he's going to line to the second baseman, Raymer, will make the catch. Runners hold. Art Devlin up now, 1 for 2. And high and away, ball 1. And it's going to fall in behind the second baseman. And Lauterborn, who's in off the bench today to play center, misjudges that one, and it falls in. So 1 run will come in. And I guess they're going to give an error on that to... No, they're going to call it a base hit. Lauterborn could have gone either way. But again, hometown scoring there. And another run comes in, so it's 6-1 now, Giants. So Bill Donlin up now. He's looking for his first hit of the day. Run is still at the corners. Strike 1, swing and a miss. And it's going to be a foul ball on the third base line. 1-2 the count. And the count evens at 2. Full count now, so Devlin at least will be off on the pitch. And he gets under one here, and he's going to hit it just out of the reach of Cannell as it falls harmlessly in foul territory. And he'll walk, so that'll load the bases for Billy Gilbert. Strike 1. And it's going to be a slow dribbler to the shortstop. And what happened there? And looks like he's going to be safe, I think. Yep, Gilbert beats it out. The infield single. That was a tough play for Aberdiscio. As Gilbert beats it out. Bresnahan will come around the score, and 7-1 now. This is looking like yesterday's game. Pitcher Mathewson up now, 0 for 2 on the day. Going to help his own cause here. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Count evens at 1. 2-1, high and tight. 3-1. And Mathewson will walk. That'll force in a run. So Devlin will come around the score. It's 8-1 now. And the red hot Mike Donlin started the game off with a home run and has since hit by, walked and singled. Perfect on the day. Strike 1 right down the middle. And he's going to hit one to left. This one's going to carry, and
4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. After 4.5, New York 8, Boston 1.
Delahanty will make the catch, but the Giants put up a 4 spot and lead at 8-1 halfway through. So Wolverton leads it off for the Beaneaters, and he's going to hit this one a long way. But Donlin tracks it down on the warning track. That was hit to the deepest part of the ballpark, but Donlin is able to make the catch for the first out. They'll bring up Fred Raymer, the second baseman. Hitless on the day. And, it looks like this one's going to be a hard one to handle for Donlin. So they're going to call that an E6. Raymer will reach on the error by Donlin. So Lauerborn up now. Lauerborn. Went out and run on first. And it's going to be strike one called. And it's going to be a hot shot to Dallin. This time he's able to handle it. And he'll turn 2.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, after 5 complete, New York 8, Boston 1.
So a 7-run lead as we head to the top of the 6th. It'll be Browne, Bresnahan, and McGann for the Giants. Browne's 1 for 3 on the day. Extending his hitting streak. And he gets his second hit of the day. So leadoff base hit for Browne. We might try straight out steal here. Bresnahan is 2 for 3 though. Now we'll just hit away. And it's gonna be ball 1, up and away. And it's gonna be a hot shot. Wolverton cannot handle it, and Browne will go to second. Bresnahan reaches on the error by Wolverton. First error of the day for the Boston. So runners on first and second for McGann, who's 0 for 2. And so he's going to go out of play down the first base line. McGann up now, 0 for 2. He's looking to extend his hitting streak. I think he had a 6-game hitting streak last I looked. Let's take a look here. If we can see if we can find this here. No, not here. Over here, actually. Let's take a look at McGann and see his game log here. And McGann is... No, he's not on a 6-game hitting streak. Anyway, yeah, this is another one of the cool features of this game. It's got a lot of data, a lot of strategy. See how he did against different teams. He's definitely hit well. Everybody except for Philadelphia. Definitely against Boston, he's hit well. So that's it there. Pretty cool. Alright, so McGann 0 for 2 on the day. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And he's going to pop one behind the plate. And Moran gives it a chase, but it's out of play. So 0-2 the count on McGann. And it's going to be a hot shot. He gets his first hit of the day. And we're going to, with nobody out, we're going to hold him. So it's a poor play by Wolverton. Allows the ball to get past him. The bases will be loaded with nobody out for Sam Mertes, 1 for 3 on the day. And it's going to be a dribble down the third baseline. They go home with it. And this time Wolverton makes a good play on it, gets the lead runner. So next up is Art Devlin with the bases loaded. He's got 3 RBIs on the day, 2 for 3. And strike 1. Took that one all the way. And it's going to be a hot shot back to the pitcher. And Willis throws home to get the out. So that was a reaction play by Willis. He's able to get the runner going home for the second out of the inning. So Donlin up now, bases loaded. It's going to be a ball 1 outside. And the count goes to 2-0. And it's going to be a hot shot.
No runs.
Not hot shots.
1 error. After 5.5, New York 8, Boston 1.
Fly ball to right. The right fielder will make the catch, and that'll do it. So the the Giants load the bases with nobody out, but cannot score. Alright, looks like Willis, the pitcher, is still he's gonna bat for himself here. I don't know why, he's down by 7 runs. See what happens here. Yep, they do. He's going to dribble to second. Gilbert throws over him again for the first out. Questionable managing there by the Beaneaters. Maybe that's why they're at 6-11. All right, Abbott Shield, top of the order, up now, 0 for 2. And this time he's going to hit one to Gilbert, but Gilbert muffs it. So Charged Gilbert with an error on that one, so that's the third New York error. It's definitely one of their Achilles heels, their defense. So it brings up Tenney. One out and runner on first. He is 0 for 1. High and outside ball 1. Make that 2-0. And took a good cut at that one, but missed it. 2-1. And swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count evens at 2. And it's going to be a hit to Devlin. He'll throw over to first. Get the sure out. 2 outs now. Arbiticiello moves up to second. So Jim Delahanty up now 0 for 2. And strike 1 to count. And count goes to 0-2. Quickly in the hole. Mathewson has yet to get a strikeout in today's game. And he's going to hit this one to short.
No runs. No hits.
Arbiticiello throws over to Tenney.
We played 6, New York 8, Boston 1.
Sorry, and Donlin throws over to begin. And he'll do it for the Boston. So we played 6 full with the Giants up over the Beaneaters 8-1. Billy Gilbert up now, 1 for 2 on the day. Score that at 4-3. Willis back out there. He's thrown 108 pitches. And let's see how many of these runs were earned. I'm curious to see how many of these runs. Oops. Let's see how many of these runs by Willis were. Yeah, all 8 of them were earned, so I don't know why he's out there still. So it brings up Mathewson. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He did get an RBI on a bases loaded walk. So he strikes out there. So Donlin up now, 2 for 3. And he hits this one. It's going to fall in behind the second base bag. So Donlin will have, I believe, his 3rd hit of the day. We'll bring up Browne, extending his hitting streak. 2 for 4. And we're going to let him try to steal here. So Donlin's going to try to get the jump to steal. And he gets a good jump. And he'll be in there. Steal number 3 for Donlin on the year. So, running in scoring position now for Browne. He's 2 for 4. And it'll be 0-2 the count. Too close. Ball 1. We'll count 1-2. And this one's going to be hit to third. I mean at center. Gonna drop in there. And we're going to send Donlin with 81% chance. Why not? And he'll score the 9th giant run. So it's 9-1 now. See if Willis stays in there as Bresnahan comes up. Try a steal again. Try another steal. Why not? And Browne's in there, so 2 steals in the inning for the Giants. And the count goes to 1-1 from Bresnahan. And this one's going to fall in behind the second base bag. And Browne will come in to score.
Kaiser, Wilhelm.
So it's 10-1 now. And Kaiser Wilhelm will come in and pitch for the Beaneaters. That'll be it for Willis. So it goes from Willis to Wilhelm. Kaiser Wilhelm has got a record of 1-2 in the season. The record of 3.80. I think his record there is actually very similar to Willis's. 3-23 on the season. Ouch. So alright. McGann steps up to the plate with a runner on first. 2 down. McGann 1 for 3 on the day. And outside corner, strike 1. And he gets under one here. Gonna pop it up to the shortstop, who will make the catch for the final out.
Hits, no errors. After 6.5, New York 10, Boston 1.
So 10-1 the lead for the Giants. So Rip Cannell up now. And he's going to hit this one down the third base line. And Donlin gives it a chase. Devlin gives it a chase, but it's unable to get to it. It's in the stands. So 0-2 the count on Cannell. And he gives this one a ride, but Mertes is right there and makes the catch for the first out. Catcher Moran up now, 0 for 2 on the day. It's this one the center, and Donlin Bailey has to move on that one. Had him play perfectly. And score here in the 9th inning. St. Louis leads Detroit, is blanking them 3-0. So Wolverton up now, he's 0 for 2 on the day. It's one to Gilbert, over to first.
No runs, no hits.
And that'll do it in the 7th.
New York 10, Boston 1.
So the Beaneaters have managed just one hit off Mathewson and 1 run. They scored that run without benefit of a hit. So Sam Mertes up now, 1 for 4. Wilhelm back out there. And he hits this one to left field. Delahanty tracks it down. 1 down. All right, Devlin up now. 2 for 4. Has 3 RBIs on the day. And lines out to the first baseman, Tenney, for the second out. Brings up Donlin, 0 for 3. And he'll pop it up to second base.
No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7.5, New York 10, Boston 1.
So we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Beaneaters down by 9. Oh, Detroit looks like it scored a run there in the bottom of the 9th, and it's 3-1 now, St. Louis. So Detroit still is not dead yet. So Raymer up now. Mathewson back out there. He's been very economical. We throw 90 pitches, going and set through 7 innings. And he's going to hit this one to Devlin. Art will make the throw off over to McGann for the first out. Lauderborn up now, 0 for 2.
Hitting for Boston, George Barkley.
And George Barkley will pinch hit for him. And Barkley has just got 1 hit in 18 at-bats. And he'll pop this one up to the shortstop, Donlin, who drifts over and makes the catch.
Wilhelm.
See if they're going to let Wilhelm hit. Nope.
Hitting for Boston, Dave Murphy.
Dave Murphy will pinch hit for the Beaneaters, making his first at-bat of the season. He did hit 182 in only 11 at-bats, 2 hits and 11 at-bats in the actual season. And he'll have himself a hit. So he gets his first hit of the season in his first at-bat. So to bring up Averticio. And strike 1. Count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. And it's going to be a hit. And who makes the poor play on that one? It looks like McGann, even though it was closer to Gilbert, but McGann was unable to get to the ball there. But they're going to score that a base hit. So runners on first and second with 2 down. For Tenney. 1-0. And 2-0 the count. In there for a strike. 3-1. Count full at 3-2. Oh, we're going to be aggressive here. And it's going to be a driver to the shortstop. Over to second for 1. And that'll do it, as that was the third out.
New York 10, Boston 1. Pitching for Boston, Dick Harley.
So Dick Harley comes in to relieve for the Beaneaters. 0-2 record with a 3.72 ERA. He'll face Gilbert, Mathewson, and Donlin. Gilbert 1 for 3. And in there for a strike. Caught the inside corner. 1-1. And count goes to 1-2. And he'll pop it up to first. And Tenney will make the catch in foul territory for the first out. So Mathewson up now. I'm gonna let him hit. Swing and a miss, strike one. And he'll pop it up to the second baseman, who drifts over and catches it right behind the second base bag for the second out. So Donlin up now, 3 for 4 in the day. He has 3 hits. And he'll pop it up behind the plate. Moran gives it a chase, but it's out of play. 1-1. And he gives this one a ride to right, but Browne had him played perfectly.
New York 10, Boston 1.
Alright, so last chance for the Beaneaters. Delahanty will lead it off. Mathewson's going to come back out there. Says he appears strong. That always worries me when that happens. It says that. So Delahanty up now.
Pinch hitting for Boston, Tom Needham.
Tom Needham won't pinch hit for Delahanty. He's hitting .306. 3 doubles, a triple. 3 runs batted in. 4 runs scored. And ball 1. And he gets himself a hit. And another poor play by McGann. So McGann's having some difficulty out there. Perhaps that injury from yesterday is still bugging him a little bit. I think we're going to take him out just to be safe. We're going to put in Clark. Yeah, we'll put in Bowerman. Why not? So, manager didn't like what he saw there. Gonna put in Bowerman. Alright, so Canella now, 1 for 3. Need him in scoring position, but the Beaneaters need base runners as they're down by 9. And this one's gonna fall in. They're gonna hold Needham, down by 9. So runners at corners. Maybe some action going on in the in the Giants bullpen. Start warming up Elliott, just in case. So, McGraw's going to let Mathewson pitch to at least one other batter, just to trying to let him get his complete game. So, Moran up 0 for 3. Strike 1. And 1-1, low and inside. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Donlin will make the catch for the first out. Needham holds at third. Wolverton up now, 0 for 3. Strike 1. And count evens at 1. 1-2 the count on Wolverton. And he's going to hit a fly ball this time to deep center field. This time, no, Needham did not tag. That looked like, wow, they're not taking any chances. I guess that run is kind of meaningless anyway. But you got to at least get that one. That one you would think would have been almost a certainty there, but perhaps he tripped or didn't get a good read on that one. So Raymer up now. Beaneaters down to the last out. Mathewson looking for the complete game. And this time he's going to hit one to the newly inserted first baseman. We'll make the play, and that'll do it. As the New York Giants again are all over the Beaneaters by a score of 10-1. Let's take a look at the box score.
The final score from South End Grounds: New York 10, Boston 1. New York has won 8 straight. Boston has lost 5 in a row. Christy Mathewson picks up the win. He is now 2-2. Vic Willis picks up the loss. He is now 0-4 on the season. Mike Donlin hit home run number 1 on the season. Time of the game, 1 hour, 59 minutes.
That's a short game for 11 runs scored. So Mathewson evens his record, goes the distance, 2-2. Willis still winless on the year. He falls to 0-4. See why he gives a look like that. Check out the box score. So 8 wins in a row now for the Giants. And that one run by Mathewson was unearned, so technically it was almost a shutout there. Goes the distance. 9 innings pitched, 5 hits. Didn't strike out anybody though. Only one, but did walk one guy. ERA drops to 1.54, so it's more like it, more in line with what he did for the season. I think it was 1.28 for the actual season, but lowered his ERA there. Did not have good stuff. Wow, that's, I guess maybe because he didn't get any strikeouts, but still pretty good stuff though. Willis falls 0-4. He allowed 14 hits in 6 2/3 innings, 10 runs, all of them earned. Wow. 1 home run, the leadoff home run by Donlin. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 120 pitches. Wow, look at that top of the order for the Giants. No wonder they're on an 8-game hitting streak. Donlin 3 for 5 with an RBI, 3 runs scored. Browne 3 for 5 with a couple runs scored RBI. Bresnahan, the catcher, 3 for 5 with 2 runs batted in and runs scored. It's definitely what you want to see for your top of your lineup. I think Donlin and Browne both had stolen bases too. Devlin was 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. 224, raises average up a bit. Break out of his slump. Canal 2 for 4 for the Beaneaters, and that's about it really. That was not much going on for the Beaneaters offense. So Donlin gets his 3rd stolen base and Browne gets his 2nd. Here he is. And the highlights of the day. Game-winning RBI Devlin, MVP Christy Mathewson. Each team turned 1 double play. So that's it. So thank you for joining me. Let's check our box score here. I mean our standings. So 12-5. Let's play out the day. Make sure these will play out. Yep. Now I know why this goes to this. Don't know why. I'm trying to fast sim all these games. I don't know why that's doing that. Why it's not fast simming them. Change something here. Try not doing the other game there. Try this. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing this. Should be simming them. Maybe I might have changed something around in the settings. Anyway, we'll quit this right here. But so alright, so these are the standings. We haven't completed today's games yet. For some reason it won't let me. Anyway, I'll let you give you an update on the next game. But the Giants complete a 3-game sweep of the Beaneaters. Beaneaters now in the cellar. And the Giants are now a half game out of first place. Chicago is yet to play today. So Chicago is up against Cincinnati, so they got their one of their aces on the mound. So actually, that's the National League one. Yeah, we are in the National League. Usually the AL is on this side and the NL on that side, but haven't. So that's it. So thank you for joining me and Mr. Brody. And we'll see you in the next Action PC baseball game from 1905. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye.